Few things from the first reading and the gospel reading of today. In the gospel reading of today, we are exhorted to follow God's law rather than that of man. And God's law looks at inside and not the outside. Yes, cleaning the outside is good. Hygienically, it is good. But worst of all, if we do not clean the inside, then we will not inherit the kingdom of heaven. Because it is from the heart, it is from the abundance of the heart that the mouth speaks. So that which is in the heart must be clean, not just what is outside. So the Lord, in fact, is telling us that so long as we keep the outside neat, so long as we keep our bodies neat, so long as we want to appear neat in the sight of people, we must also consider what is inside. We must also consider where the Lord comes to sit. We must consider our hearts. So, my dear people of God, it is a challenge unto us. It is a calling unto us that you and I are called to prepare our hearts, just as we always do physically, outwardly. Just as we wash our hands when we are eating, when you are about to eat, in the same way the heart must be clean. That is the calling of God for us in the gospel reading of today. I just wanted to add that, yes, hand washing is good. Now, in this pandemic, we are called to wash our hands frequently as possible. So we have to exercise, or we have to put that thing in place to exercise whatever has been given to us to do. We must go through all these exercises in order to be healthy. Washing of hands will help us hygienically to live well, but we must also wash the inside. In the first reading of today, from the book of Genesis, we are told that man was created after everything has been created. When God was creating these items in this world, after each day, God says, it is good. Then evening came, morning came, he creates another thing. Then he says, it is good. But on the sixth day, after creating man, he says it is very good. That is how the Lord has elevated man above all other creatures. That God created man, and after which he said, it is very good. Not like all others that he has created. So it means that man has been elevated to such a stage that we must respect God, because God himself, after creating man, said it was very good. How do we respect human beings? How do we give that respect to one another? We are called upon to honor, respect one another because God himself has made it so. Human dignity should be paramount in our lives as Christians. To care for one another, no matter who the person is in society, no matter who the person is in our church. We must respect each other because after creating man, he said, it is very good. The final thing I want us to reflect on is the things that God gave to man to look after. After God has created everything, he told him, be fruitful and multiply, till the land and care for it. How do we care for our environment? The Lord says we must be fruitful and multiply, but we must care for whatever God has entrusted unto us. Of late, our environment is being depleted by all sorts of things. Maybe it could be out of greed of human being. Man is greedy. So we go all out to destroy the environment in order to be successful for him alone, without considering others. What is happening in our forests? What is happening in our gold mines? What is happening in our environments? We litter all round. The Lord says, he has given us this earth to till it, but we also have to care for it. We should not be so greedy, not thinking about the next generation, but we should rather think and know that God has created us. We live in this world and we aspire. Another generation will come to enjoy whatever God has given unto us. So let us use them wisely. Let us use them to the glory of God. We shouldn't be greedy in order to get all of them so that the next generations will suffer. It is our duty as Christians and as Catholics to do this, to champion this cause. Pope Francis, in his encyclical Laudate Si, tells us about how we should care for the environment. He bemoans the way by which human beings care for the environment. We are calling today's first reading to also take good care of the environment for the betterment of our generations to come. May the Lord grant us the strength to be able to do all these things to the greater glory of his name. Amen.
Amen.